can you go ahead and try and say something real quick?
Test, test, test.
Okay, I'm putting a noise gate on mine. I think the audio. Chat, make sure to let us know about how the audio is going. This is on the spot. I'm going to put a few noise gates on and not even going to mess with the values. Anyway, we saw in that first round, Cogswell able to take a few team fights, but overall you guys seem to keep the composure and come back at the right moments. How would you think, or how is did anything differ from how you were playing against team last game, West Virginia? Or are you a little more confident, or?
So the main difference is, specifically when we're running the Ryan Zarya, we seem to play a lot more together than we have been recently with the Orisa Sig, which has been causing some problems here. And so like when we were playing the Orisa Sig, we tend to like split off into groups of 3, and that's what's been costing us a lot of these games.
Yeah.
But Ryan Zarya, because of the way those two tanks work together, it forces you to have to play as one giant death ball. And so...
Getting game audio?
I am, actually.
Okay.
Are you?
It's on yours now.
Oh.
I'll be alright. Just hear the sweet sounds of my own voice here.
The government here.
Always the best.
It looks like Quote is going to be running Brigitte, Gita, Bonsai on Doomfist, Unsainted on Reaper. Moira, Thomas, and Chief again on that Ryan Zarya combo. Has been playing a lot of Ryan Zarya lately.
Yeah,
I started off the season with more, I think, of the...
A lot of that comes from having Broshadamu on tank now. Because he's such... He really is... plays just Reinhardt. So it has been forcing us to have to play more different comps, which has in turn been allowing us to play, better against some teams like this.
And so we are seeing an early team fight coming in by the gate. Brostradamus being continuously shielded right now by Chief on the Zarya.
They've got the double sniper on attack. That's
and no Mei this time either.
Yeah.
There's no on her. There's Bonsai and Unsainted. Doomfist and a Reaper. Is this something you guys have kind of been practicing lately, or?
No, actually, Chief said I'm going to throw you guys for a loop and set the lineup for this game. This is actually a lineup that we've never practiced with. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, hey, that's what preseason is for, of course. If you're just tuning in, this is Tespa Preseason matches. Murray State taking map 1 against Cogswell College, the Cogswell Dragons. And so with a crazy lineup, Chief just kind of throwing the team for a loop. It's a time for experimentation. So we do see kind of an unfamiliar team layout here. Bonsai switched over to the Hanzo, and the team fight is going to occur under this archway, although it looks like Cogswell is giving them a little bit of trouble. We do see Stack Overflow falling early, so now Cogswell staggered slightly. Halo being pushed forward. Murray State not going to push forward here. There's the shield early from the Reinhardt. Payload inching forward, and this is where Murray State wants to take this fight. Brostradamus shielded by the Zarya, by Chief.
Bit of an early stealth bubble on the Zarya from Chief to start off the fight, but looks like they've just been making up for it with just sheer aggression here. Really taking the fight to the
Oh no.
And Dryrock gets
Cast a curse.
Yeah.
Over to Bonsai for the highlight reels. He gets taken out by Dryrock. Quote trying to just keep Steam alive with the healing packs. Brigida kind of sneaking her way back in slowly into at least composition of the Racers. They are, oh my gosh, a grab dragon from the Cogswell Dragons. That's, I mean, hey, if you're going to get killed by a dragon, it might as well be by the Dragons.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for the Racers, though, and they are going to have to take this fight towards the next point. Pushing forward the Dragons, their Widowmaker trying to get the kills. Bonsai, go ahead and take him out. He does. Stack Overflow down. 6-5 team
Bonsai's
fight.
just looking to build some ult charge here so that when this Chief already has the grab. Oh, that's a unfortunate. I better just shut my mouth here.
Welcome to the curse, my friend. This is what happens. So he did build the ult, but unfortunately taken down. So now they're staggered. They're kind of equal 5-5, but now the Widowmaker definitely has joined the fight if they haven't switched already. They have. Dryrock now, or excuse me, back overflow on the McCree. There's the Dragon from Murray State to try and separate Dragons, but Dryrock gets the pick on Unsainted, and now on Brostradamus as well. And Murray State, oh, this has got to be just kind of PTSD for them all over again because they're being just destroyed right now by a Hanzo on King's Row, and especially this point. This is not good for the Racers.
They honestly need to probably switch over to something. What's our lineup right now? We've got three. Okay, the McCree's probably going to be a good switch here. We have forced the Dragons off to the double sniper, which was causing some issues because Bonsai couldn't pick off both of them. But
so do you think McCree is probably the best pick to make in this situation, or what would you be calling for if you were playing right now?
Honestly, a Mei might be better just to deny sight lines, but knowing the hero pool of everybody on the lineup right now, I think the McCree is the best option that we can go with. Yeah, and it looks like we're pushing them back. They do need to watch out. I believe the Hanzo is still above, though, on top left there. But
Murray State able to at least push back and hold on this S-shaped curve here. So Murray State, again, that switch to the McCree so far proving pivotal. No other changes right now. Bonsai still in the Hanzo. The ults are building. Both teams are probably going to come into the next fight with probably about equal odds in terms of ults. Chief with the early pick on Stack Overflow. That's huge. The shield almost broken. You can see there's Zarya pushing forward, kind of running a very similar composition, both teams right now. Having an interesting, almost mirrored comp. Both teams just feeling each other out right now. Rostradamus and Chief just trying to rotate and provide that shield and bubble, alternating.
It looks like the Dragons might be either switching up just going for a different
avenue of approach here. It's coming in. There's a dragon as well from Dry Rock. Bonsai Tune is down now. Chief falling as well. Quote, that's 3 down for Murray State. Disadvantage here. They need to back up and maybe figure out what they need to do here. Unsainted falling as well.
They do have quite a few ults for recontest here if they can make it out, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to.
I don't know if they're going to. That's their best angle right there to see what's going on. And it's like 2.53 meters away, 2.14. The distance just closing, and Murray State not enough in the tank. Take down the Cogswell Dragons, round 1, 3-0.
I think the double sniper kind of threw them off there at the beginning. That's not a comp that you really see all that often anymore. Overwatch, except for maybe on Junkertown. But I think offense is probably our best thing here on King's Row. Looks like we're getting an interesting comp here.
We did see this before. Team was it? It was a video I recently uploaded on our YouTube channel, which, by the way, plug for our YouTube channel. I go through about several days after each of these games, and I clip them down and post them on our YouTube channel. Just search for Racer Esports, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Once we get like, I think it's like 100 or something, we can edit our custom URL.
That'd be awesome.
And they are calling for a pause.
All right.
So,
and there we go.
While pause, we can talk about it. I don't remember pet issues. Familiar with that? Probably cats, if I had to guess.
This does use up one of their, I believe, 5 pauses, though. So, I mean, honestly, is not a huge thing, because pauses don't really come up all that often. But it does take away from like an emergency if there's a DC or something like that.
Well, and fortunately, they're pausing at the beginning, because I feel like, and maybe you can speak, if you pause in the middle of a fight, how does that affect your momentum?
Tespa rules actually say that even if it's a DC, you actually have to continue the fight.
Really? Okay.
And then after the fight is done, that's when you can pause.
Wow. Okay.
But it's better that it happens here for them, because if it had happened, say, after they'd set up on point, or after it had been released for them to start moving towards point, they could end up a man down for the first fight here, and that can just set the flow for the entire game.
And we've seen that happen before this season in a couple of the second chance games where a pause has affected kind of an initial team fight, and it always seems to happen on King's Row.
Yeah, I think all of our Murray State had one on Route 66.
Yeah.
Where Bonsai Tuna's computer froze during the middle of a game. His rendering device blew, I believe, actually. And
that's never a good thing to happen.
Nope.
So Bonsai, I was trying to think of, I still can't remember what team, one of the recent ones. It was King's Row. somebody held up top, and Bonsai was able to just kind of flank around and do some crazy stuff. So we have seen this work before.
Bonsai plays a really good flank bastion here. There's just so many different approach angles that the entire rest of the team can take, and just pull the sight lines off of Bonsai Tuna for him to go do his thing.
You're just joining us. Murray State lost the first, well, they won the first map. 3-0 on the round 1 of map 2 Kings Road. There's an ice wall, but not really ideally placed, not combined with a halt or anything. So Murray State's going to just sneak along. They have read the play of the Dragons. And I am joined here by Aziz, who was substituted out, and gives a little insight into the Racers and how they play and their mentality. Thank you for stopping in. That's kind of helpful. But here they go. They're just flanking all around the back. There's a teleporter from the Symmetra, and it's just like the teams have rotated positions. Murray State is on the point. There's only a Moira to stop them. Where are the Dragons? Here they come. It's too little too late. As Murray State is ticking away the time, they're going to take at least one tick on this.
Now the Dragons have to come through a really...
oh my god.
Oh, except for the huge pin from GTG West. But I think it's too little too late. Murray State is coming in. They've got reinforcements. Both tanks are... Oh, as I say that, Murray State loses 3, and
yeah.
I'm once again reminded to shut my mouth on stream.
Trade. Well, this is definitely... Both teams, that was fascinating. Both teams basically swapping spots, and the flanking Bastion taken down by the flanking Reinhardt. All sorts of crazy stuff happening here this game. Yeah, need 100, that's right, Sean, for that custom URL on YouTube, so subscribe there.
There's a huge fire strike from Broshadamu, getting a lot of ult charge there. You see the sim turrets come up to kind of like block the team and take off one of the angles of approach. Broshadamu gets pinned, and we don't have the mirror Zarya, so that's not able to be saved from that.
Symmetra shield is going to cut down some of the options of damage from Murray State. We do have a shatter from Broshadamu.
Broshadamu needs to break LOS there.
Here. They're in the hotel. They're backing up. Bonsai is frozen. And now the ice wall is going to prevent their avenue of escape. Excellently played by the Dragons. Murray State just caught in the trap of their own location.
Murray State has built up quite a few ultimates, though, if I'm remembering the ult commentary right. Yep. And the Dragons really only should have beat here. Which should put Murray State in a really good position if Broshadamu can get a shatter down onto the Lucio. Or they have got Blizzard too. Yep, that's.
You got to watch out for that Mei. She's coming in the back line. Blizzard popped. Chief has the mines, and he does see those turns. He's just trying to take them out, but now the team.
Oh, they use grab there too.
Separated. Murray State in a world of trouble right now early, and they've got a minute 25 remaining. Cogswell putting up a stout defense.
Chief probably looking like he's probably looking to reset, maybe get onto the Zarya here to run a more similar comp. Ball doesn't really do too great against the Symmetra there. Well, he doesn't have a shield for her to build off of. He is a pretty big, easy to track target.
He has the amplification. Stay down to amplification and shatter. So how can they make a payoff here? They're going to go, it's like maybe Statue a bit undecisive. You can tell with their movements. They need to figure out where they're going. They're still just here in the open, just face tanking the damage to the shield. Somebody needs to make a move. Somebody needs to go in. Their health is down. Emily doing everything she can to keep the team alive. She doesn't want to use the amplification matrix here, but now she's going to go ahead and do it, even though their shields are up. And the ice wall is going to render that meaningless. The coalescence is going to come in to make it even harder for Murray State. Huge fire strike, taking down 2. The Racer's going to push forward. Can they go ahead and take it here and extend this game?
That's a nasty shatter from the enemy Reinhardt.
No audio.
Uh-oh.
Both mics are showing.
Is it not giving game audio?
You have game audio. Don't let us know what audio.
Murray State looks like they might be taking this now. They've got all 6 on point. Murray State's taking a pretty aggressive hold here. Unsainted getting spotted out, and he's being pressured back. Might not be able to save him, but it looks like... Oh! Unsainted decides to Death Blossom and instead kill them instead of being killed.
So we'll just go ahead and presume we're working with good audio right now, because on my end, I can still hear it. So Sean, yeah, reset, let me know. We'll keep casting. Murray State able to take that first point, so now under 2 minutes remaining.
They've been really staggering the Dragons here too. While they're you know, down on time still, they're with this push onto through streets, they might be able to reclaim a lot of it. Sounds like Annabeth might be screaming her head off.
Yeah, if you want to go, yeah, if you need to.
I'm gonna go see if I can help with that some.
All right, is he stepping away for a moment? And oh my goodness, thank you for dealing with us and our technical issues. We do have Fire Strike from GTG West taking out pretty much 2 Racers, and everybody else following up, following suit. And if anybody else is having audio issues, let me know. It looks like that's just isolated to Tiger Mask. Under a minute remaining. The Racers down 3-1 on Kings Row. And Murray State, here they go. They're going down the hallway. We've got the shield from the Reinhardt preventing them from going forward. Broshadamas moving forward. He's shielded by the Chief. They've got the Graviton Surges, pulled them in. Can Murray State team up and take anybody down here? It's a prolonged, hairy team fight. Murray State needs to figure out what they're going to do here. The bubble keeping them alive. Broshadamas and Unsainted combining, taking down 2 of the Cogswell Dragons. There's another 2 falling. Bonsai switch over to the Doomfist and Unsainted on the Reaper. Excellent switches from Murray State. Proving useful. They're going to extend the time. They're going to make it to the second point. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining now. So Murray State down on time. They need to make it to the end. Then we will go the distance. Farah in the back line just harassing, getting the damage, building the ult. She may have her barrage at the ready, or she may be close. And viewers, guys, thank you for joining us. Okay. Huge, huge, huge shatter from the Dragons. But Chief able to stay alive. Quote taking down Dry Rock, GTG falling. Castle trading with Emily on the Lucios. So many deaths coming in right now, but Murray State able to so far retain advantage. And there's a punch from Bonsai. He's shielded as he takes out She's a Joke and Castle. 2-for-1 special. Murray State pushing forward. The McCree backed up. Chief taking down Kai's. Stack Overflow falling to Bonsai, and Murray State making a statement here. They figured out the composition. They figured out what they want to do. They are being aggressive. They've got the Coalescence in the pocket. They're going to go ahead and push forward, and I think they're going to extend this to the next round. 13-player kill streak for Quote as Murray State continues to push forward. They've got 48 seconds. They're so close. Look at the blue bar at the top as the Cogswell Dragons enter the room. The Unsainted Ultimate gets triple kill. Bonsai as well with the double, and Murray State takes that. Excellent play from the Racers.
Score 3-3.
And now we are 3-3. So Murray State, Cogswell Dragons, this is map 2. Both teams with 3 on the board, but look at the time difference. Murray State, 1 minute. Cogswell, 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Whew, it's a big time difference. Murray State, they have got a lot of ground to cover in a minute, but it is possible. It's doable. Hey, while we have time,
Get off the stage.
if you are not following this Twitch channel, it costs you literally nothing to follow. So hit follow. I'll give you a shout out if it pops. If you have the money, subscribe or donate. That money goes directly to the students. If you've got bits, cheer them. And help out the Racers a little bit. And check out our merch store down below. Again, all that money will benefit the students as well. And support your Murray State Racers. We got Aziz back with us.
I am back. It was dinner time for the baby.
We've been there, man. Don't worry about it. I know how that goes. So Murray State with a quick hotel move. I don't know if Cogswell was ready for it. Bonsai taking down Stack Overflow. Murray State sticking with that Doomfist. It's working out for them. If they could get another pick or two, they might start taking away the time. They've only got the minute to spare. 35 seconds now. They've already wasted 30. They got to be quick. Bonsai taking down Moira. She's a joke down. There's the double on GTG. Murray State making great work here so far, but Castle
Moira
gets
got
the
res.
revive, so that might be crucial. Let's see if she falls. She does.
She's down almost immediately there.
Murray State, I think they're going to get the first point here. That's going to be crucial, but only 14 seconds until the overtime.
Sombra, they forced Sombra back. They are. I wouldn't be surprised to see them switch to like a Bastion here on now that they've got the payload unlocked. Switch to a comp that's more suited to just sticking onto that payload.
Looks like they'll stick with the Pharah. They may be panicking here a little bit, but they have the time. It's all in overtime now. If you're unfamiliar, at this point, it's just going to remain overtime because their time is 0 now. So Murray State just has to make it as far as they can and then hope that they can defeat Cogswell from getting that far. Watch Emily here. She's switching between the heals and speed boost. Unsainted on the McCree again, switched off of that Reaper.
He needs to be keeping an eye out for the Sombra here. Yep, there he goes. He spots her out, gets her.
He's got High Noon. He's going to force them back. Can he take out the Pharah? He's hacked
he
the
got
wrong
hacked.
moment. Oh my goodness, Dryrock with the double. Chief and Bonsai
takes
trade,
down
though.
the Pharmacy though, and
Excellent
Bonsai
work.
gets another kill. And Reinhardt's low. Zarya's next, and they should be able to just clean this up and keep this payload moving.
Excellent work from Murray State not to lose composure and pretty much, for all intents and purposes, get a team kill. They're making excellent progress here on this payload. So what was the difference in that team fight, you think? What was the crucial moment or what was the thing Murray State did right there?
The main thing that Murray State did right was Chief as the Zarya, probably their best thing against the Pharmacy when outside of the McCree. Him immediately focusing down that Pharmacy while she's barraging is the best thing they did there.
And there's a big shatter from the Cogswell
shatter,
Dragons.
It's just taking down the health that was given to them from Emily's beat drop, and they're gonna get this. They're gonna get this next point.
Murray State showing a big look at this 5-3. Murray State Racers here to play. They're done messing around, and the Cogswell Dragons need to watch out because I don't know if they can make this progress against the team playing the way it is right now. Let's switch over to Unsainted. He's 50% of the way to the ult. He's just got the high ground. He's going to harass here a little bit, do some damage. Now he switched down to the bottom. The ice wall already pulled down now as they know that May doesn't have it. She still has the ice block. She's probably going to pop it here. There it is.
Roshadam is probably looking to shatter here shortly as soon as they can get that barrier down from the Orisa. That or he's just going to try to walk past it.
60% of the way.
60%. Okay, I must have missed it when he
But they do have the grab, and there it is. So Murray State's going to go ahead and capitalize. Dryrock down, Castle down as well. Murray State is going to possibly make it here as Unsainted and Bonsai, and everybody is contributing. The Cogswell Dragons are going to fall, and Murray State 6-3.
Nicely done, Murray State. That was very impressive.
Score.
What a round.
6-3.
Castle there calling it early. That GG instead of good round.
I think maybe they know. Who knows? And that I shouldn't say that because that's the caster curse right there. But if Murray State can close it out here, just under 3 minutes for the Cogswell Dragons, they will go ahead and win 2-0, and that will take their record to 1-1 for the night.
Honestly, before they go back to the Pharmacy, the Dragons need to go that double sniper again because the crossfire from that really threw off Murray State, and I think it's their best bet to continue this.
Murray State could be prepared for it, though. They are going to stick with the Doomfist and McCree.
That's a good choice there. The Doomfist is able to deal with snipers a lot better than the Reaper is that Bonsai was previously playing. I think it was him playing that first round. Might have been Unsainted. But between the two of them, they've got every possible thing that could be showing up covered.
Fire striking the door just for effect.
Early fire strike, just to flex on them, I guess.
Getting in their heads a little bit, swinging the hammer, getting in the mood. Murray State holding back a little farther than we're used to seeing them.
Looks
now
like
they're
there's a Hanzo again. He could be switching. Nope, he's staying that Hanzo. Got the Orisa though. Looks like they're going to try to play hotel or closer to hotel here.
And they've got the time to spare with a composition like this. It's not like Murray State where they had to come out swinging. Early trades.
Roshadamu goes down really early there from the Sigma, just standing behind him and body blocking him from getting back into his team.
Murray State can't afford to sacrifice here. It looks like Cogswell is going to take the early 4th point here. Murray State's just going to go ahead and they have to seed.
Hello.
Practice makes perfect.
Didn't see what the Dragons' second DPS is, but
Take a look here.
it's McCree. Okay, Stack Overflow's playing the McCree instead of the Widowmaker this round. Honestly, it worked well enough for them. I can't really fault them for doing so. So,
Bonsai for perspective here. He's going in the back.
he's going to be sitting here waiting for them to try to come through this choke point here.
So, okay, back a little. I want to make sure. So here's the archway. Two-fisted. Canceling that charge. Bonsai just biding his time. Even that immortality field gains him a little bit of room there. He retreats after doing the damage.
A lot
Pushes
of
them
ult
back.
charge from that.
52%. See Murray State. Oh, there's the dragon early.
Doesn't really get anyone.
Does separate a little bit.
Huge pick
Bonsai
from Bonsai. Get the stack over, kill onto Stack Overflow. Unsainted follows it up with a kill onto GG West, and Kai's everybody just Broshinamu and Unsainted just going in and cleaning up everything there.
Now, for the viewers at home, we are in a room tonight right next to where the Racers are playing. And the door is normally closed. Right now there's a hair of a crack, and I just heard on that shatter, I could hear Brostradamus in there say, "That shatter." Yes, he got that one. So very hype about that.
He is very much our hype man for the team. We do have Coalescence. That's going to make, if they switch to they switch to a Reaper now, the Arisa there got really low. Big flux from the Dragon.
This time amplification there, misplaced I should say. There's a coalescence from the Dragons pushing the back. Chief has the gravitic flux there he could use, but now they're in that room, not really the time to use it, and he falls. That's going to be a big pick for the Dragons as they push forward. But Murray State has the advantage on points and 20 seconds remaining before it's continuous overtime.
Murray State's doing a really good job of holding their ultimates right now, the main ones that you don't get back past. They're not wanting to commit too much here because they're really waiting for that overtime to come down and use that Flux Blossom and just clean everything up so that it's just over and done with then. They have to watch out for the beat from the enemy team's Lucio because that's going to be the main thing causing issues here for them. Oh,
there's the Dragon. There's the Death Blossom, and Cogswell just wiping the floor with the Racers on that second point. Now again, it will stay in overtime, and 6-5, who cares? It's about the final scoreline. But could we be heading for more rounds?
There is a chance for it, yeah. If Murray State doesn't get what they want out, Unsainted goes down. That's going to stagger them back a little bit.
That's not good.
Quite a bit. They're not going to be able to get the Flux Blossom off that they want to here to end the match. They do have the window though, and Stack Overflow up top gets spotted out.
Here comes Murray State. This is it. This is the time they need to make their best stand that they can. Rock coming in from the Chief. He's got the ult in hand. They need to combo it up. There's the amplification matrix to deal the damage, and here we go. Murray State investing everything they have in this. And Sainted with his ult as well takes down one. Bonsai 2 as well. That's 3 down from Cogswell. Now they can punish them and make them hurt. That's 4 down.
Big rock.
Big trade for Murray State, and they're going to go ahead and win it here. Good games, Murray State Racers.
GG's for sure.
Team kill to end the game. And great work for the Murray State Racers to not lose composure there at the end. It's about the final score. Let's go ahead and watch this play of the game. She's a joke. It's Moira.
A very, very good name for somebody who's playing Moira.
And just the coalescence with the grav, yeah.
Yep.
And the the Fire Strike.